Everyone, how are you doing? This is Sam. It occurred suddenly. Just got CPI. Bitcoin rose by about $1,400 in the span of a minute as a result of the market's extreme optimistic sentiment. Here, I'll show you what's going on. In addition to Bitcoin, I'd want to discuss other noteworthy market news, such as the fact that 60 million people have recently gained access to Bitcoin and can begin purchasing it, as well as other developments in the cryptocurrency industry. Therefore, if it's all right with you, please subscribe and enable the bell notification located beneath the video to view similar videos in the future. Just below the video, you'll see a link to Margex. Cryptocurrency long and short trades are possible there. The top charting platform available, TradingView, is the brains behind this. Plus, this will be at your fingertips in no time at all. After you've checked their terms and conditions and entered your username and password, you'll be ready to begin trading. There is no extensive Know Your Customer procedure or anything similar. Additionally, depending on your trading volume, they are offering up to $5,000 in prizes. The maximum payout from this boom airdrop is $5,000. A meme coin is all boom is, so in the end you can always sell it if you're not interested, right? That massive airdrop, though, is only going to last for another 4 days. Annual Consumer Price Index data just came in at 3.3% lower than the projected 3.4%. Here, we can examine this. Honestly, I'd rather not sort through all of this, although the results were lower than anticipated. I understand. Check this out. 3.4% is what we anticipate prior to that. Before that came 3.2, 3.1, 3.4, and 3.1, it was 3.5. Massive ups and downs and then a period of relative stability. Are all that seen? Whether the Federal Reserve cuts rates sooner or waits longer can impact risk assets, so it's no surprise that people are keeping an eye on these CPIs and PIs. It appears, however, that we are not making any headway in this regard. We're essentially mired at 3%. At the tail end of 2023 we arrived, the middle of 2023 to be exact. The two of us have only been circling each other. I genuinely believe that the Federal Reserve must abandon its pursuit of 2% or risk seeing a decline in consumer prices to that level. However, they are merely manipulating the figures. If that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised. In this case, the Fed's stated goal of 2% can be softened to 3% if they just remove some issues that persist or adjust the figures downward. Oh, we got down to 2% is what everyone who isn't well informed about the matter will assume. Great work by the Fed. Because things are looking up economically, we're going to cast our ballots for a certain political party. But in reality, the money supply is high, and inflation is still about 8% to 9%. In my opinion, they may attempt to artificially inflate the figures. There has never been a more bullish chart than this one. Debt levels in the United States only keep going up. It's becoming increasingly costly, particularly at high rates, and we're nearly at $35 trillion. Consequently, it wouldn't shock me if some of this we have a lot of debt that will roll over and become expensive, so I wouldn't be shocked to see rates move down even if we remain around 3% or 3.5% in the long run. The market for risk assets is looking pretty positive right now. And it's bullish too. The largest bank in Brazil, A2 Unibanco, I hope that was clear, has opened up Bitcoin trading to all of its customers. Their Latin American consumer base is 60 million strong. Positive outlook. That is, when it occurs in the United States, which in my view will happen eventually. Many measures that would make it easier for banks to hold Bitcoin have been proposed and are now making their way through Congress and the President. Assuming that day comes when, say, 50% of all bank accounts include a button to purchase Bitcoin, the market will likely react positively. But for many of us, Bitcoin is still primarily considered an investment vehicle, not a viable replacement. People will be more inclined to put money into Bitcoin just like they would put money into a bank account when their thinking changes and it becomes like an extra savings account. That will be insane, in my opinion. Many individuals would prefer not to contact a financial advisor in order to purchase Bitcoin. They will likely have things taken care of for them in their portfolios in due time. However, it's possible they're thinking about telling their banker they see daily that they should go buy some Bitcoin. So that's intriguing. The president expressed his admiration for CleanSpark's work to Bitcoin miners. Sure, he went there with a few miners. As you can see, today Donald Trump met with Riot's chief executive officer and director of public policy to talk energy and Bitcoin mining, the freedom to own, mine, and deal in Bitcoin, as well as the right of many of us to collaborate with or work inside the Bitcoin business, will be safeguarded by President Trump. As I mentioned before, he met with a few Bitcoin miners. At this moment, he appears to be quite crypto-supportive, perhaps merely seeking to get support. This is not me attempting to pick a side, but I do believe he is winning over some voters. On top of that, he's amassing a coalition of formidable supporters. What a fascinating sight. Additionally, I have been raving about FJB, the meme currency, which is still booming, has consolidated, and is now trading at a slightly higher level. It will be fascinating to observe the outcome of this matter as the elections progress. As I've mentioned multiple times this year, meme currencies have experienced a wild price surge, with Pepe being among the top gainers over the past year and a half. Another one that I've been keeping an eye on is Croak. Despite its diminutive size, this meme coin manages to pull off the frog meme coin look. Now, the OG NFT community on Linea, known as Frogs, invented the meme coin Croak. One layer 2 scaling option for Ethereum is Linea. Additionally, 2015 Frogs were created and distributed a few months ago on March 20th, with each token priced at 0.01 Ethereum. So, not bad at all. Since then, they have transacted 315 ETH. Yeah, that's quite crazy. They boast a robust community of 20,000 individuals over several social media platforms, as well as a token-gated linear Discord. Lots of airdrops worth more than $600,000 have been done by them. Therefore, I believe it deserves some focus at the moment. Links to this will be provided underneath the video, as they are a channel partner. They even have its unique meme currency. As you can see, they boast of being Linea's most popular community. Some of the other projects are also connected to them. For example, they've partnered with tens of native and multi-chain decentralized applications. Plus, the Linea team is fully behind them. A lot of weight is also carried by Linea. You may find their webpage here. Extremely basic. To my taste, it succeeds. On Linux, you have the option to obtain the token. That way, linking your wallet is a breeze. Move or engage in a trade, and the price for them is this. You may observe that their token price went up initially, then down, consolidated, up again, and finally down again. This is a positive technical pattern near the $3 million market value, and it's coming down to previous resistance. Make no mistake, this is a meme coin investing in. It is dangerous. The value might plummet to nothing. Nonetheless, they have formed significant alliances. Below the video, I'll provide links to other resources if you're interested in learning more. Take a look at yesterday's inflows, or rather the outflows. IBIT's volume was 1.1 billion, which is quite high for the moment. FBTC 275, GBTC 325. Continue scrolling. 121 million GBTC were removed from circulation. 56.5 million for ARKB, 12 million BITB, 7 million FBTC, exactly zero. I see that IBIT is still going strong. I can't tell if they're really investing in their clients' education or if they're simply using their personal funds to make purchases. In the event that they notice a withdrawal, they may decide to purchase IBIT from one of their other portfolios. But overall, there were outflows of 200 million. Maybe that's why we had a little dip yesterday, but we bounced back. We discussed these lines that I posted here earlier. As I mentioned before, with any luck, you refrain from selling out in a panic. Later today, we will still be joined by Jerome Powell. His comments on the economy's interest rates and rate decreases will be fascinating to watch. Additionally, we have the highly anticipated dot plot that is set to be released. Only every 2 meetings does that make an appearance, so it's a clue as to when they anticipate